Hey, good evening, folks. This is old Snakebite Bill, and let me take my glasses off so I can see here. Now, usually the opposite with most folks. But it's been a while since I've been on the air, but after 3 years of watching this mess over in the Ukraine, I figured I had to put a word or two in. I know a couple of nurses from the Ukraine who work over here in Tampa, Florida, and they're the nicest people I ever met. And they sure ain't of the class of the Vladimir Putin Institute of Technology, or whatever you want to call it. So I want to say a few words. Uh, I believe that the power of communication and strong communication can get the word across. Now, what we have here to visualize is this fella here. He's Ukrainian, and you can tell because he's got a Western world rocket launcher that'll blow the hell out of a tank or a Sukhoi 27. It depends what he's aiming at. But had they had them at the beginning 3 years ago, I think Putin could have got the message right away. You ain't welcome here. But this is an example of the strong communication. Just like the Ukraine symbol on my hat, and on the other end here is the Baba Yaga. Now, the Baba Yaga is that there witch in Russian folklore that comes there and eats your children, like the boogeyman. Well, the Baba Yaga is them great big drones the Ukrainians invented to dropping the other RPG heads on the Russian equipment and blowing the living hell out of it. So, excuse my language, folks. I'm a warrior myself after 13 months along the DMZ in Vietnam, fighting the other commies, the North Vietnamese regulars. We was over there supposed to be killing commies for Christ, but we still got a bunch of them over there in Moscow. All righty here. Now, I want to talk about the power of the drone. What we see here is a result of a brave Ukrainian youth flying a first-person view quadcopter with an RPG head under the bottom, blowing the living daylights out of a Russian tank. I think they lost close to 1,500 of them, or even maybe more, thanks to those brave guys flying quadcopters. Let me tell you, I've been flying for about 15 years, and that ain't no easy job, and they drive them right down the hatches of the tanks. Now, that's something in my book. All right here we got this purty gal from the Ukraine, and they got plenty of them over there fighting to preserve their country. Now, it used to be there wasn't nothing prettier than a Israeli soldier female with a Uzi strapped across her butt. But these Ukrainian girls with an AK-47 strapped across their butt, pretty good looking. My wife might give me hell about what I just said, but it's the truth. All right, what we got here is a trench. Now, we all know our history about World War I. We know that trench warfare was one heck of a big deal. Well, it's a little bit different now because, the tanks are bigger and heavier, and they can dial in artillery and rockets. And what I've seen some videos of, which I did not want to show on here, was them flying RPG-headed FPV drones into these trenches and killing all the Ruskies. Then they drives one of them big, heavy old tanks across the top of it, make sure they get the proper burial. So I think that's a wonderful thing. All right, one more item here. You see this feller, he's 72 years old. Well, it makes him like 7 years older than me. But anyhow, his name is Vladimir Putin. This guy was a colonel in the KGB, which was the original Soviet Union secret police. You know, the guys that would strap people into chairs in the bottom of the Black Swan prison and then beat the hell out of them with mule chains. Well, he's one of the colonels. Now, he's been the president for 25 years. Can you believe that? And yet he says that the president of the Ukraine ain't legal, that he's a dictator. Now, Putin has taken over I don't know how many countries, had I don't know how many people that opposed him assassinated. But let me tell you, if Jackie Gleason was here to say, you some bitches need to execute this guy, Jackie Gleason would be right. Well, I'm a getting old. It's getting near supper time and I need a shot of tequila. So just hang on. I'll be coming out with another one of these in the near future. And for that, I will say adios, amigo.